Time now for the latest edition of our new series. We're trying to come up with a name, so help us, America, where we send our lead national correspondent, that's David Begnaud, on a storytelling adventure. So since David loves to meet new people, we surprise him with a plane ticket. And then his challenge is to find a story within 48 hours. This time, he arrived in Asheville, North Carolina. With the help of some kind people in the town, David found an incredible man with a very, look at David, he really looking for that story with an inspiring tale.
Hey, where are we going? Where are we going?
Tell me.
Asheville, North Carolina. I have never been. Thank you.
Let's go.
This is going to be fun.
It was a quick 56-minute flight from Atlanta to Asheville where the adventure began.
Bye.
This time in a city nestled in the Blue Ridge Mountains, best known for its vibrant art scene, diverse food, and 50-plus breweries.
Are you here to do a story?
I am.
Where are you going to do it?
I don't know. I have 48 hours to find it.
Oh, it's one of those.
It's
yes.
one of those.
To kick off the journey, we started at Asheville's most visited site, Biltmore Estate. There, my team surprised me with someone who knows the place pretty well.
Welcome to Biltmore. I'm Chase Pickering.
Hi, Chase. Pleasure to meet you.
So glad to have you here today.
This is quite a sight.
Biltmore House was built by my great-great-grandfather in 1895. George Vanderbilt was his name. It's the largest privately owned home in America.
I could get accustomed to this.
Let's take a closer look.
Chase took me on a private tour and shared what it was like growing up as a descendant of the family who built New York's famous Grand Central Terminal.
I mean, the majesty of this, kind of gives me the chills.
Isn't it spectacular?
Wow.
From here, it was time for breakfast, so we headed to a place called Biscuit Head, and I tried the filthy animal.
So there's egg, pimento cheese, a biscuit, and bacon. I mean, what else do you say? One more bite, and I'm done.
From here, we headed for Asheville's River Arts District, which has a vintage vinyl shop.
Oh, I love this.
And some individual art studios.
This is really striking and beautiful.
Thank you.
We decided to pop into Asheville's Visitor Center nearby.
Any ideas on things we should see? Or people we should meet, actually, more important.
People you should meet.
Yeah.
They told me to check out the Tasty Diner and go meet the owner, Stephen Goff.
Are you Mr. Goff?
Yeah.
I'm David with CBS News.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. We were told to come and check this place out.
Poor guy, he looked pretty confused. So I sat down and I told him this.
I'm looking for just fascinating people.
Cool.
And stories that make you mad, sad, or glad. Any of the three work.
I'm pretty sure I have all of that.
Over a delicious Philly cheesesteak, he started to tell me about his past. And I knew real quickly we had found our story.
You know, I was born in Northern California, and my family moved to South Carolina. My first year of high school, I dropped out and started hopping freight trains, and hopped all around the country.
How did you like that lifestyle?
It was pretty cool. I mean, you know,
What made it cool?
There's a lot of things, you know, for like a young person that was like just stuck in a super conservative southern city. It was like the most liberating freedom ever.
So life on the run as a teen was more freeing and fun than life at home.
You know, it was the early 90s, so like, you know, if you looked funny, you were gay. So lots of people would harass me for that. I'm not gay, and I also have nothing against anyone with any sexual preference, but them thinking I was gay caused large problems for me in the South in the early 90s. You know what I'm saying?
I do. I grew up gay in the South. I totally get it.
Yeah.
I got it.
So it was an issue, you know, and it was like, I would rather live on the streets than put up with this.
Now you're starting to speak my language, but I also see your eyes start to water.
Oh, yeah, yeah. When I was younger, I was just like, that was awesome and fun. But as an adult, you're like, oh, you were running away from pain. You know?
And that's it. That's it. You were running from pain.
You know, at the same time, like, the life that gave me and what that instilled in my spirit as a human being made me a better person as a whole.
He found his purpose in the first place that really felt like home, the kitchen. Stephen worked his way up the ranks using a skill born out of pain, compassion.
You know what I thought when I walked into this restaurant? A place where anybody feels welcome.
That's exactly what I want you to feel.
That's what I thought.
I want it to feel like our city here, like Asheville. I want it to feel like you're walking into my head and you're getting a little piece of my history and personality just from the walls and the decor.
Stephen had an idea, the wooden nickel program. Here, a customer can spend an extra $5 to buy one of these wooden nickels. When people who are hungry come by asking for free food, Stephen feeds them, and a wooden nickel gets used. As our time in Asheville with Stephen was coming to an end, I started thinking that life itself is just one wild train ride. As long as you can hang on, you might end up being dropped off exactly where you're meant to be.
Isn't it crazy how you go from a boy jumping trains trying to find himself to sitting down on CBS News and telling your story?
It's pretty cool. It is insane, in fact. I never thought I would be anything, so so it's pretty cool to be able to like take care of our community and have somebody just coming through town and recognize that.
Well, the community is what drove us to you. And I think it's because of how well you've taken care of them.
Thank you.
So congratulations.
Thank you.
Wow. David, you did it again. Makes me want to go to the Tasty Diner. I love when you walked in and you asked for him, he goes, yeah. And then he had all of that. He had all of that to share.
Gayle, I love meeting random people. This is the best challenge for me. Go anywhere. We're not going to tell you who you're going to run into and find somebody who's got a story. I'm obsessed with this idea.
No, I like what he said, too, about, being gay and in the South. Can you understand? You go, yeah, I do.
Yeah, got it, Bubba.
Yeah. Yeah. Preach it to the choir. I like what John said. When does the 48 hours start?
Exactly. Do you? Martin Luther King Day, we had that quote earlier from MLK, a soul full of love. It looks like you found him. But I want to ask you the petty, small question, which was, what was it like walking through that Vanderbilt house? It felt like you could take a flight from one wing to the other.
Oh, John, I tell you what, talk about make a boy want to be filthy rich. You walk through that house once and you're like, can I stay here for the weekend? 175,000 square feet. Largest residence in America. Breathtaking. You must go see it.
All right, David, thank you. Now, word is you're leaving for your next surprise city today. We can't wait to find out where you land up. Thank you so much.